Hello,
Well,
everyone.
I am Foollboy Games.
I'm Peytonador.
So what do you want to start with first?
that was one heck of an intro, man.
Thanks.
All right, well, that's
Anybody
as good as
sees
we're
this.
gonna get for episode 1.
Yeah. Also, well, welcome to episode 1. Whoever
Yeah.
listens to it.
Fantastic. All right. Do you want to start with a tier list?
Sure, but unfortunately, I can't leave unless I have my tier list.
Oh yes. Important to know. That's what we're doing today. Tier lists.
Tier list, and we're probably going to talk about a few
Yes.
other things. This podcast is mainly
Most
just
likely.
media and just us coming up with things and talking about stories and I guess having fun.
Yeah, that's the most important
Not really
thing.
too much of a subject.
Yeah. So, well, have you done anything interesting this week? Because I haven't.
I have not.
I mean, interesting things have happened this week.
Yeah.
Kenobi finale, probably the biggest news anywhere in the world.
Well, probably not for the last.
No. The Kenobi finale.
The Kenobi
finale definitely trumps that. Yes.
Trumps that.
I liked it.
I thought I didn't watch it, to be completely honest with you. I haven't seen a single episode. Except clips
really?
and people reacting to them.
I see.
I don't have Disney Plus. Not sponsored by Disney, by the way.
We are sponsored by Disney, actually. I didn't tell you.
No, we are not.
Yeah, we got a couple $1 million check.
No,
for episode 1.
No.
That's how big the hype is.
Dude, I'm afraid if we say this, we're probably going to get sued for.
We're not sponsored by Disney. Disney has no affiliation with this yet.
Anyway, so do you want to start with your tier list?
How about I'll do one, you do one, and we go back.
I only made one because I didn't have enough time to make any other ones.
That works. All right. Then I'll do.
It's a statement.
At least one of mine. That'll be fun.
Yeah,
Okay. You can't see. That's gonna be a thing. But the first tier list I have, I'll send you a picture of it when we're done. Donuts. The greatest snack on earth. Would you agree?
Okay, then. Yeah, I agree.
Really? Okay. I didn't expect that. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
Alright, starting off with the icings and stuff. Well, actually, no. First, I like to start off tier lists by choosing a middle option. A perfect C tier. My thoughts for the middle option. The average donut is original glazed. They're just okay.
I guess that's true.
Alright, we agree on something. C tier. Alright, so, in comparison with that, where would you put chocolate?
I would put chocolate
not glazed.
Also into the C tier because it's it's sort of like that and sprinkles. I guess are sort of like the quintessential donuts in a way. It's the glaze.
That's true. I might put them a little higher than glazed. I think they're a little bit better.
Yeah, I guess I can see that.
But on the other hand, we have so many good donuts coming up. C tier sounds fine for me. Alright, here's a not nearly as good one in my opinion. Vanilla. I'd go E tier. Maybe F tier.
Oh gosh, it's been a while since I've had a vanilla one.
Same here.
I guess I'd put it there. What it is.
Alright. Very bottom. Whose favorite is a vanilla donut? I don't think those
Someone who likes
people
vanilla.
exist. Who likes vanilla that much?
Probably my grandfather. He likes vanilla ice cream.
The vanilla people are all over the glazed donuts. That's their thing. That's like the vanilla version of ice cream with donuts.
I guess so.
Alright. Maple.
I don't think I've ever had a maple donut, to be honest with you.
Really?
No, it's
Wow.
probably. My grandfather he gets a lot of donuts for us, so I'm not sure which ones I've had and which one I haven't had.
Chad.
So I probably have had a a maple donut. So I don't know. I guess the tier above the C tier, maybe A
Alright.
or B.
Here's what I'll say. The majority of the 75 donuts I've had this year have been maple. The majority.
You have no variety.
I'd put it in S tier. Yeah, I barely have variety. So we'll settle for A tier.
Yeah, I'll just put an A.
You haven't lived, man, until you tried a maple donut.
Well, there's not really any famous Iowan gas stations around the place where I live that offer great donuts.
Oh, man. That's horrible.
I had to say that while I was coughing, so nobody could really hear it. And guess what company that is?
It rhymes with Macy's. But that's not going to help you with this one. Here's one that I've barely had. Oh, your voice is going weird.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it's
Must have lagged out
regular
there for a
again.
second.
Strawberry. I haven't had a lot of strawberries.
Is it strawberry filled or just strawberry? The cream, strawberry?
I have
or the stuff?
both strawberry iced and jelly filled.
I like strawberry, so I would put that in like the A or B. It's not S enough for me, but it's A and B for me, I guess.
I'd say A, yeah. What about jelly filled? Or are you doing those the same?
See, the thing about jelly filled is that it matters if the jelly's good or not. And sometimes it's not that good. So I would put that maybe B for me personally.
What about D? I don't know. I'm not a fan of any of the filled donuts.
Yeah. I don't mind the custard filled ones or like the cream filled ones. I just don't. I like the custard and cream ones. I think those ones are they're all right. But the jelly ones, I think, can be a little gross.
I'd say it sounds like we're going E tier with the jelly ones. I'd agree that cream ones are higher. Cream one filled ones are a lot higher. Would you say like C, middle of the road again?
Yeah, sure. I think that works.
We're finding this is easier than I thought. I'd think we'd get some major disagreements by now.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not that picky of an eater. So when it comes to food, I'm just like, all right.
Most of my ideas for tier lists revolved around food. This is the only one I actually.
There are a few that I will hate.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we've done my least favorite ones. I don't like any of the filled donuts. I don't like vanilla donuts. But we'll see. What about powdered sugar donuts?
Oh boy. Those are... I'd say they're higher than average, for me at least.
I'd agree. I think powdered mini donuts, are like almost at the top. Full donuts,
those ones are
a little less.
I think the bigger the donut gets, it seems to have less flavor than the smaller ones. I'm not sure if that's just me or the types that I eat.
Mini donuts.
The small ones
so good.
are really like donut holes. Those are also pretty good too.
Yeah. Let's. We don't have any in B tier yet. I think that would be a good place for it.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. Oh, if you haven't had one of these, I feel so bad for you. Okay. Apple cinnamon donuts.
Oh,
They sell them at like
never had
every
one.
pumpkin patch. Oh, okay.
Wait, hold on, no.
As-
I never mind. I scratched it. I have had them. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, they sell them at most pumpkin
they're
patches.
awesome.
They
Like
are
during the
awesome.
fall.
Yes. I'd say S tier. Would you agree?
Yeah, sure. That's good. They're pretty good. We just don't get them that often.
Yeah. They are a once in a year kind of thing.
Much like. Let me see something.
Much like this next one, pumpkin donuts.
I like pumpkin flavored things. Like I like pumpkin spice and I like pumpkin pie. So that's probably
Same
like
here.
S tier.
I would agree S tier as well. I have so many of these donuts when they come out in the fall. Because thankfully the rhyming Macy's gas station chain makes a ton of them. They're just so good. Only around once a year though. How about full chocolate, not just chocolate iced, where the actual donut is flavored chocolate.
I kind of like those because, like, especially the small ones you can get. Like, so I personally I would put those in probably A for me.
I'd agree. They're good.
They're much better than the chocolate glazed.
Yeah, chocolate's just a hard flavor to beat. It's just awesome. Here, I'll get some more flavored ones out of the way. Cherry donuts.
Cherry donuts. See, there are certain cherry things that I like and I don't like. Like sometimes you can do like really well with cherry, but yet also at the same time really screw it up. So for me, I'd probably put that in probably like B for me personally.
I was thinking B too, yeah. Just slightly above average.
Yeah.
The ones on screen really look like Fruit Loops. You can't see them, but you may see them when they're
when this is over.
Finished. Yeah. In a similar vein, blueberry.
I like blueberry in pretty much anything, so that's probably S tier for me.
Oh, really? I don't like them as much as cherry donuts. So there's our first disagreement, I think. So let's see.
I think we should put it in maybe B. No, C.
I was thinking
C I think would do well.
I would have put them in C.
So I think C.
Without compromise.
I don't like them like amazing.
Okay.
You let me finish.
Yeah,
see, the thing with much like cherry, it also depends on if they do it well or not. Well, that's much like anything, but it's usually between blueberry and cherry that usually screwed up. Like there are certain blueberry donuts that I will put in S tier and certain ones that I won't. So I think C's a compromise. So I think that's sort of like the middle, sort of builds a bridge between the two. In a way,
hit and miss.
Think about it.
I see that. Perfectly balanced.
That's all I think it should be.
My remaining 3 are just some really weird ones that I've tried over the years that really aren't common, so I'd be really surprised if you've had any of these 3. Okay, imagine this. Peanut butter donuts.
Never had it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. Does it sound good in your mind?
Much like, yeah, peanut... I'm not the biggest fan of peanut butter flavored things, but I love peanut butter. So, I don't know. C or E?
E?
I said C or E for me, personally.
That's pretty low. I'd go like A or B.
Alright.
I guess
Another disagreement.
Another C if we even it out then. Okay, here's a really rare one. I've only seen one place sell this, but it's original. Alright. French toast donut.
Never had it.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I'd go A or S tier. They're really good though. This one place that has them. Is it even possible to imagine?
I'd imagine it tastes like
concept.
French toast with a little bit more donut-y.
That's a correct way to think about this. Oh. A tier, I guess. Alright, final one. Maple bacon. Have you ever
Never
heard
had
of
it.
this? Have you ever heard
Not
of it?
until right now. Never heard of it, no.
When I first heard of this, I was so confused. They put bacon bits on a donut. And then I tried one a couple times, and they're actually really good.
What? I should do that. Next time I get a donut. Or, I just go find a place that sells them, buy one.
It's not something you'd find at Macy's.
I imagine a Macy's clothes store.
Yeah, you couldn't find it there either. Alright.
Yeah.
I feel like, since you have no opinion, the highest I'm going to put it at is A tier.
Alright.
That's the finale. That's...
No, I'm gonna share my tier list with you. I'll send it to you, and you can sort of read it over.
Right away, I love how I was a S tier.
Yeah.
It's
just a really beautiful state.
It is, yeah. In some spots. Honestly, most spots. It's just good looking.
Yeah, the fields, especially when the sun's going down, is what really attracts me to it. That I just absolutely love sundowns and sunrises. Those are automatic. Love.
People think it's flat. It's overall.
No, I was
flat,
pretty.
But it's hilly.
Well, it's a Midwestern state, and there's not really too many mountainous Midwestern states. But in terms of states like Illinois or any of those flatter, like Montana and not Montana, sorry, Nebraska. Places like that.
Mention that name in here.
It's a pretty hilly. It's a pretty, I guess, hilly state. Actually, it's not that flat.
Yeah.
At certain areas, it's flat, like the middle. But when you get more towards the south and to the north, it gets pretty hilly.
Yeah, I wouldn't live in any other state. I live in Iowa, by the way, for those listening. Revealed.
I personally would live in any, and I was born in Iowa. So, I personally would live in other states just because I like to explore and I'm curious.
Yeah, I would live in other states, but if I had to spend the rest of my life in one state, it's going to Iowa. That's my opinion.
Okay. You can ask me any questions about which ones? Any of them?
Yeah, we should move to the other 49, the worst 49.
Yeah.
Tennessee's S tier. I like that. Wyoming.
Tennessee's a really awesome place.
Wyoming. That's interesting.
I'm very much into, how should I say this? Very much into sort of the cowboy-ish culture, and places like Wyoming and northern and parts of Southern California. There's just really a lot of it there in central Montana. So that automatically attracts me to it. Also, Wyoming, I think, is such a unique state. There's not too many people there, but it's such a unique place. It's also a very beautiful place at the same time.
Yeah, it has Yellowstone.
I personally just like it.
Wyoming may not exist, but one day it's gonna kill all of us when it blows up.
Yeah. Did you know that there's less people in Wyoming than there is in Des Moines? So,
Really?
yeah.
That's...
Des Moines not even that big of a city.
Yeah, it's not. Omaha's bigger, and Omaha's in Nebraska.
And Chicago's bigger than all of them. It's like it's the third biggest city.
Chicago's probably bigger than Iowa, Nebraska, and Wyoming combined.
I think it's like around over 3 million in the city itself, and then like 10 million in the county, something like that. But anyway.
Mm-hmm. Okay. New Jersey's not that low. That's surprising.
I'm not the biggest fan of the eastern coast states, so I didn't really want to put any in the last tier because I think no state really can be put there unless it's like really awful. But I think each one has their really own unique way and their own beauty to it. I just personally have favorites.
Yeah. There are no bad states, but for humor, I'm definitely saying that Nebraska and New Jersey should have been F tier. Straight to the bottom. Get rid of them.
Yeah.
Indiana's C tier. I agree with that. It's so boring to drive through.
I thought that you were gonna question why I put California in S tier, but apparently you just glazed over it.
I mean, yeah, it is you said it was for like beauty purposes. Then yeah, it is S tier.
California, Iowa, Texas, and Hawaii, and Tennessee, I think, are the most beautiful. Wyoming too are the most beautiful states.
Certainly, I'd put Oregon up there too. Oregon's definitely not C tier for beauty. It flies under the radar, I know.
Yeah, it's not a state that anybody really hears too much about, so I just can't really think about it much.
Yeah, I happen to have been there because, like, my grandpa was born there or whatever. It's pretty epic. But yeah, you never hear people talking about Oregon outside of, like, Portland.
That's like,
and how weird it is.
Or the Oregon Trail.
That's true. This is a respectable list. Honestly, my one criteria was that Iowa's at the top, and you've done that.
What do you mean?
Oh, if Iowa was, like, not in the top, I might have to explode. Alright, my second one is Minecraft Biomes.
Minecraft Biomes, alright.
Let's see, have you played the Nether update yet?
The one that came out like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, I played it.
Nice. Okay, so there's definitely biomes in here that neither of us have actually played in, so that's perfect. We're doing a great job at ranking things. Totally qualified. Those are from the Caves and Cliffs update,
the
which
internet
I believe you haven't played yet.
The Caves update?
Yeah.
I have played, yeah.
Oh, really? Okay, I didn't think you had.
Well, wasn't it on the Realm? Wasn't it when I joined the Realm that they had it?
Oh yeah, you did. I'm
also
not
they have
smart. I have played with you in this update.
I also have it on PlayStation 4, so it also has the update on there, so I have played the new Cave update, yeah.
Alright, fantastic. So hopefully there are at least one of us has experienced at least one of the biomes. Except Deep Dark, that came out like this month.
I've never played that one, no.
So, C tier, once again. I like starting at C tier, the very middle. What would you say is the very middle?
Your average nuclear bio. I forgot what it's called.
Plains?
Yeah, the plains. Just kind of like that.
Yeah, that was where I was trying to lead you to. It's a good place to start off a world, except not the best. It's probably the best spot to build a base, logically. Alright. Second is forest.
Yet again, C tier. There's really nothing too special about forest.
There's some pros, there's some cons. It's basic. Swamp.
B
This
tier?
is
It's a little bit better than your average plains and forest, but it's still kind of not the greatest one in the world.
honestly, before this last update came out, I think I would have put it closer to the bottom. Because they are really boring. But now they're better. They've gotten an update. I don't know if they're that much better because half the update got canceled.
Alright, then C.
But I haven't played that update. Wow, C. C tier's been really useful.
How about this? How about since we haven't played it yet, and you haven't either? That's what I just said, is repeat the same thing over again. How about we just put in E tier just for now?
That works.
We really don't have an opinion on it at the moment. The new update.
I think I've played the wild update once, but I didn't actually explore. I just waddled around my base for a while. Alright, good old jungle. I reckon it's better than C tier.
Yeah, I like the jungle. It's quite fun. It's just, I think B.
It's one of the more creative biomes. Like, there's
it's really
actually
awesome to build a house on top of a tree, too, because the trees are so
nice.
nice.
There's, like, a lot of unique mobs, like ocelots, parrots, pandas. That's more than you can say for most biomes.
Yeah.
Tundra. Whoa.
I really don't know. That's actually a good question.
I live in a tundra right now, in the server. And I'd say it's there with plains, but it's worse because if you run out of food, you're done for.
So?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean. I just don't really know where to put that one.
They're not great for survival. I put it in D tier. I don't dislike it.
Alright.
Desert.
Desert.
I've had 2 bases in deserts over the past 3 years.
I would say B, maybe. It's a little bit better than plains, and definitely tundra. But
it's equally as barren, but there's a lot more stuff.
Yeah.
Like, compare a desert temple to an igloo, and you know who wins.
Yeah.
I agree with B tier. Alright, let's get into actually, no, one more slightly boring one. Then we get into the crazy ones. Savannah.
Up there with desert, I think.
I'd say, personally, I don't know. I'd say it's pretty mid.
Okay, then.
I don't know, I'm just not excited seeing them.
They do get boring after a little bit, but I think it's just
I feel like C tier is gonna be so crowded. Let's put it in B. We'll go with your ranking. Okay. Badlands / Mesa.
I don't know.
it's one of the coolest looking ones,
This is
in
pretty
my
cool.
opinion.
It's probably A. I also think it's pretty cool. It's just sort of a hard one to rank.
Yeah, and it's super rare. I never see these things. I'll go A, too. Mountains.
Now, I'm a big mountain guy. Obviously,
Yeah.
from my state. I had Alaska and California and Tennessee up there. So,
Mhm.
for me, it's S tier. I just think mountains are cool.
I'd go A tier. I can understand S tier, though.
We'll just put an
Especially
A
with the
on top.
new update. If you like mountains, you're gonna love caves and cliffs.
Yeah,
Alright,
they're
S
cool.
tier. Okay, ocean. All of them. It got
B.
way better.
Oceans are pretty cool, but they're also big, massive, and they're kind of hard to explore if you don't have like
That's,
certain equipment to use.
that's an accurate adaptation, to be fair.
So either A or B. They're cool, but
Yeah,
they're kind of hard to explore.
I agree. I'll put it at B. Alright, I think, yeah, final overworld. No. Final above ground overworld biome. Mushroom Islands. They are by far the most creative, I would
They're
say.
a little
And
weird
for that,
rare sometimes.
A tier.
Versus
They're also, they don't look great, but I love how just weird they are.
Also those weird cows on there sometimes.
Yeah, mushrooms. Also, bonus points that monsters cannot spawn on these things.
So it has its perks and it has its cons. So I would probably go either B or C.
Okay. I'd go A, so we'll compromise with B. Man, B tier is getting massive. We stopped favoriting C. Okay. Let's go underground. This is the only real underground biome that I have experience with right now. Dripstone caves. Have you?
I honestly think that's actually pretty cool that they added that.
Yeah.
There's really not much
It does
to it,
look
obviously,
super
but I just think it's cool.
They are annoying to traverse. But, I don't know, maybe it's still that they're fresh, but I love cave biomes so much.
So let's just go A or S. I love them too. I just think they're cool.
A.
All right,
They are cool. I love cave biomes. They make mining so much more fun. Alright, this one I prefer though. Lush caves. I have been wanting these things in the game for so many years. Bio caves, lush caves, whatever you call them.
I don't know. I'll let you rank this one. I really have no opinion on it.
Okay, I'll take it. I'll put it in the S tier. Because I'm biased. Alright, final underground biome, I think, unless I'm really forgetting one. The deep dark biome. The newest on this list.
Now, isn't that the one with like the monster? I forgot what it's called.
Yeah, the warden.
That's pretty cool. I've never played it, but I've seen people play it, and I just think that the noise, the way,
Yes.
you know, it really make too much. I just think that's really cool. So for me, that's S tier. I think that was kind of
Yep.
a cool mechanic to add.
I haven't played it either, so neither of us have played it, and we're still giving it S tier.
Because I just think it's
But
fun.
it deserves it. I remember I was there when it was revealed, and I was so hyped.
I watched it with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We watched it together. Alright, into the nether. The nether wastes, the default nether.
The original Nether?
Yes.
Or
It's boring,
the original
but
one?
it's it's the best biome to get XP in,
It's just
because all the
so much
ores are
nostalgia.
exposed.
Yeah, but also it also sort of gives you so much more nostalgia, in a way.
Yeah.
I think it's probably like the A or B, but the newer Nether is definitely a lot cooler.
Yeah, it is. I'll go A. It's pretty cool that there's just the underworld in the game. That's unique. Okay, the Nether Forests. We'll group them together. They're basically the same.
Mm-hmm.
Except Endermen spawn in one and weird pig monsters spawn in the other.
Yeah.
I think it's great. Okay, that's a lot of silence.
I'm just waiting.
I don't know where to put it. Maybe B tier.
I think that's reasonable.
Alright, we've run out of space, so I'm overlapping a little bit. Alright, Soul Sand Valley.
They're really
They look-
annoying.
Yes, they look the coolest of all the nether biomes, but they're so annoying to travel. It might be D tier.
Yeah.
Right next to Tundra? Yeah, definitely. In fact, it may even be E tier.
Really annoying.
What do you say, D or E tier?
D. Put in D.
Okay. Basalt deltas.
Oh boy. I don't know.
Isn't there a...
Uh,
Is there a structure that spawns in deltas? I forget.
I don't remember, but
Bastions, do those only spawn in deltas? I have no idea. That would up
it.
this.
I really don't know where to put it. It's really just sort of.
I'd say C tier. They're cool looking, but they're annoying to traverse.
Yeah, C tier. I haven't been to one in a while. So.
Yeah. A lot of these we are not the best equipped to rank. Okay,
Yeah.
just the end. No, not the end of the list. The end biome. Big floating space islands.
The thing about the end is it's kind of cool, but at the same time, there's not really much there, except for
Yeah.
the end of the city. If you go there, that's
Mhm.
kind of all it, and it's kind of hard, it's kind of a little annoying. To climb all the way up that thing.
I have lost so many sets of my stuff in the end, just falling off.
But I don't know. It's cool, but it's kind of annoying and boring at the same time. So
Yeah,
I would go maybe. I don't know.
I agree. End needs an update.
Probably C or D.
I would say the same thing. We're really in agreement today.
Yeah.
I'll go C. Because Ender Dragon Fight's awesome.
It is. It's pretty fun.
Alright. That's the list. I shall send it. I'll tell you what's next. It's everyone's favorite segment.
And what is that segment?
You know what I'm talking about. Don't pretend like you don't.
Story.
We are 42 minutes and 37 seconds, give or take, into the recording. And that's why we always unveil our famous segment, our world famous segment. You know the one. Say it with me. Wasp of the Week. It's
Okay.
everyone's favorite.
Wasp of the week.
Exactly. This week's Wasp, alright, is the Apache Paper Wasp. I mean, look at this thing. Here, I'll send a picture to you. You're gonna think it's the coolest thing, and
That's kind of scary.
it's incredible. It's scary.
Wasps and bees terrify me.
They are terrifying. Yes.
But they're kind of unique creatures at the same time.
Yeah, insects are like fantasy creatures, but like 2 inches long at their tallest.
Really creepy.
Yeah, I don't like insects in real life, but look, like, they are cool.
Yeah.
Certainly.
Didn't you have like a millipede or a centipede in your bedroom once?
Yeah, I showed you that. I stepped on a centipede downstairs, and in the middle of the night, with, like, the lights out. And it was weird.
Did you jump?
Yeah, because I was walking around the table, and then I stepped on, like, a dark shape, and it was clearly... I thought I was a moth at first. Because just thoughts going through my head.
Yeah. That's
Had to be an insect or something closely related. Yep, centipede. I'm pretty sure they can bite, so...
I think some of them are really, really dangerous, so...
Oh yeah. Not the kinds that live in Midwestern houses, but in, like, deserts, they can get really dangerous, yeah. I don't like them. They're creepy.
They are pretty creepy.
Okay.
Alright, we're gonna talk about Steve? Kidding.
Do we want to talk about Steve? Let's talk about Steve.
I don't know. The question is what's Steve doing?
Probably being racist.
Like always.
Exactly. People,
Damn.
if there's any listeners, they don't know who Steve is.
Oh,
And they'll never
Alright.
know.
During our test for this, we created Steve.
Steve the
Crazy.
Fish.
Steve the Fish. And all his
Original name.
siblings.
Yeah. He
All
got
named after-
canceled for being racist.
Yeah, all named after famous movie titles.
What was it? Yeah, Steve 2 was Revenge of Steve.
Steve
3
3
was Steve Strikes Back or whatever.
and Steve 4 was a new Steve.
Yep, Donovan. That's the best Steve.
Yeah.
Yep, we're making it into a cinematic universe. Disney owns the rights now. I'm just kidding. Not affiliated.
Yeah, we're not sponsored by any company because we are not big enough to be sponsored.
I'm sure everyone wants to, though. They have to.
Yeah, Robert is gonna bring peace and security to our empire.
Your new empire? I mean,
Our
no, you
new
said
empire.
you said our new empire. Yes, my comrade. It truly will.
Yeah, Alright, great. Now we're talking about government, the types of economic and government systems. Yay!
We did that last week. That was a major segment.
Yeah, just ranting about how much we love certain systems and how much we don't.
Spoiler alert, or not spoiler alert, because you're never seeing it, probably. They're all F tier. Every
Yeah.
single one of them, just logically, mathematically.
Yeah.
Proven using science.
And our brains, you know.
We got massive of those.
Yeah, it's big brain time.
It is big brain time. It's always been big brain. My goodness.
Yeah, it's always been big brain time, hasn't it?
It's always been brain big time. Alright.
Yeah. So,
I'm not
what are we
sure.
gonna do, I guess, as the last thing before we head out? More
Do you have any
stories?
more Bartholomew stories?
No, I got tons of them.
Okay.
Oh,
This-
you want me to tell one?
Yes, tell us a story about this kid named Bartholomew.
No, his full name.
Important character. Pay attention.
it
This
was,
is lore, guys.
we were at church, the youth group night, and me and this other kid were talking to him. And we were just
Dangerous.
having an average. And then I went to go do something, and he was walking around like, "Where's my Grant?" just yelling it. And I was like, "Oh boy." So this is a short one. Honestly. I kind of came. Oh, there you are, and hugged me, which really
That's
freaked me
heartwarming.
out. It's not heartwarming. It's terrible.
It's not.
Someone screaming my name for everyone to hear. I was like, "Oh boy."
That's either embarrassing or creepy or both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was another time he challenged me to an arm wrestle.
Did he win?
Yes, he did in fact win.
Oh. Darn it. You held back on him, huh?
Yeah, I let him go easy.
Arm wrestling god, Foollboy games.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I guess those are the two I have right now. Do you have any stories?
Alright, I don't know. The only stories I've actually thought about saying, besides the one we did for the test run, maybe I have some D&D stories that are just so crazy.
Dungeons and Dragons stories?
Yes, Dungeons and Dragons stories. I'm the typical nerd. I do that kind of stuff. Even though it's not really nerdy.
But I don't have the time.
It's fun if you get a good group of people.
Yeah, none of my close family members are going to want to play it with me.
Yeah. But, okay. I'll say a quick story, I guess. It happened a couple weeks ago. But there's like at least 3 absolutely crazy stories from this one session that we had. Because Nomont was gone, and he's the boring one. And it went to absolute chaos the moment he left. So, story number 2 is that I'm starting out of order. This is with me and Eli as players, and Andrew as the DM. These are important lore characters, guys. Keep up. Andrew just tells us to do whatever we want in this city that we're in. And thinking of ideas, Eli, intensely logical man, just asks out of nowhere, the first thing that popped into his head, do you want to get drunk and fight a bear? And how do you say no to that? So of course we did.
Got drunk and fought a bear.
Yes, we did. And we took Nomont's 2 adopted children with us as backup. We used the excuse that we were teaching them a lesson in fighting bears, apparently.
While drunk, yeah.
Yes, we were drunk in the game. It went about as well as you'd expect. We were taking lots of damage. I don't know if we could have beaten that bear if one of those 2 adopted children had not stepped in and defeated the bear and made it run away. We probably could have been killed. because of this very stupid decision. So,
yeah, that's a pretty dumb decision.
lesson complete. They learned their lesson, those two adopted children. Nomont, as you could expect, was overjoyed to learn that his kids had been abducted for a night.
Yeah, I don't think he was overjoyed. I think he was.
Yeah, he's never overjoyed. We have to make fun of him at least once an episode.
He has the emotional reaction of a piece of wood.
Yeah. He's like an NFT kid. Just imagine him like that.
Yeah, that's. Alright, so what's your other story?
Okay, I'll do one more, I guess. Same night at D&D, we had Andrew's character had his ship grounded in an icy ocean. Oceans don't get icy. Maybe it was a lake, I forget. And Eli and I were meant to rescue him. And we were running out of ideas. We didn't know what to do at all. And that's when Eli has the brilliant intellect to just straight up ask. I try to convince the boat to get up and walk back into the water. And lo and behold, he rolls well, and it works.
What?
The boat. So, plot twist. The events happening that we've been playing were not real, and we're actually an acid trip in the basement of our tavern. So, in order to fix the boat, I use all of my magic at once in an acid trip. Once again, insane. And we save the day. And it's still probably the greatest plot twist I've ever heard.
Oh my gosh, you guys. Crazy. Alright, is that all?
It doesn't sound as funny when you're not there, but it was insane. Yeah, that's all I got for now.
Alright, I guess it's time to do the outro.
Bye.
Yeah, goodbye. Thanks for listening.
Thank you. Get us that Disney sponsorship.
Yeah. Signing off.
We're sorry.